Hello everyone, welcome to the English Skill Builders Hub. Today's topic is Keep Going poem written by Edgar Albert Guest. Let's see the objectives of Keep Going. To show to the learners how the path ahead may have thorns as well. It means to tell learners that life is not always easy. The future path may have difficulties and pain, just like thorns on a road. To equip the learners with means to convert those threats into opportunities. The meaning is to prepare learners with the skills and ideas so that they can change dangers or problems into chances for success, that is, opportunities. The last objective is to prove to the learners how words work as wand of magic, filling minds and souls with inspiration inexhaustible. It means to show learners that words can be like magic wands. They can fill their minds and hearts with endless inspiration. You heard your friend said that the speech by Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu was electrifying. That means your friend said that V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu gave a speech which was very powerful and exciting. You also heard that his words can heal, comfort, console, inspire, motivate, and bring peace. The meaning is his words can make feel better, give relief, and reduce sadness, give hope, encourage, and calm to the mind. You felt that this was an exaggeration. The meaning is it was not true. You are praising a lot about his words. Now you have a chance to listen and understand how words can give energy and change people. First, you did not believe it, but later, after listening this keep going poem, you feel that it's correct. After listening this poem, then you can understand that words can heal and give us comfort and bring peace to the mind. Before jump into the poem, we will discuss few important points about this poem. The poem Keep Going by Edgar Albert Guest is very loud and seen as a classic source of inspiration. It is a short, easy 24-line poem that everyone can relate to. Edgar Guest said he takes simple, everyday things and turns them into easy rhymes. This is how Keep Going was made, with every word giving inspiration and helping to make people feel better. Let's discuss about the poet. Edgar Albert Guest was born in England on 20th August 1881, and when he was still very young, his family moved to the United States. His life was not easy. When Edgar was only 12 years old, his father lost his job. So Edgar had to start working as a copy boy. Copy boy means a small helper in a newspaper office. So he worked as a copy boy in Detroit Free Press. Just 2 years later, when Edgar was 14, his father died. Because of this sad event, Edgar had to leave school and work full time to support his family. Even though his life was full of struggles, he began writing poems based on his own experiences and feelings. He wrote one poem each day as a habit, even when life was difficult, which were published in the newspaper. Later, all his poems were collected and published in more than 20 volumes. What is the meaning of volume? When a writer has many writings, they are printed in many books, and each book is called as volume. Edgar Albert Guest became known as the people's poet because he wrote simple, clear, and easy to understand poems that touched ordinary people's heart. He died on 5th August 1959. For about 30 years, he regularly wrote poems. The poet was in the hearts of people because of his work. That means the people loved him deeply and felt close to him through his poems. Edgar Albert Guest did not write difficult or fancy poems. He used simple words and talked about real life incidents. His poems spoke about the same problems and feelings that ordinary people had in their daily lives. Because readers could understand his poems easily and see their own life in his words. His poems gave hope during hard times, so people trusted his words and kept them in their hearts. That is why he was called the people's poet. Let's move to the poem. when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. This part of the poem is reminding us that life is not always smooth. Sometimes we face difficulties that make the journey feel really tough, like climbing a steep hill. We might get tired or we might feel down and want to give up. The poem encourages us to understand it is perfectly fine to take rest or break when we need it. However, the most important message is to keep going and not to give up completely. By staying determined and pushing forward, we can overcome these challenges. In simple words, the poem teaches us that even when things are hard, we should keep our hope and continue moving forward. Let's see the second stanza of first segment. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about when he might have won and he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Here, the meaning is the poem says that life is full of unexpected things and changes. Sometimes we learn lessons in difficult ways. We might fall or feel like giving up when things get hard. But the important message is to keep trying even if progress is slow. With patience and determination, we can still achieve success in the end. So, the main idea is to never give up and to stay persistent. Persistent means keep going, don't lose your hope, try and try until you reach success. Let's see the second segment of Keep Going poem. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Many times success is very close, but the person feels tired and weak, so he thinks it is far. When a person becomes weak and loses confidence, he cannot see how close success really is. Many people stop trying just before winning. If the person had tried a little more, he would have won. But he quit too early. He understood his mistake very late. When he understood his mistake, when the time had already passed, the chance was gone, and now nothing could be changed. He was almost successful, but because he gave up, he lost everything. Success may be just one step away. Overall view of this stanza is never give up because success may be very close even when you feel tired and weak. Now come to the last segment of Keep Going. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. These lines says that success and failure are very close to each other. What looks like failure? Sometimes success looks like failure because success is hidden inside failure. You may think you have failed, but that failure is preparing you to succeed. Even when life is full of doubts and problems, there is always some hope, just like dark clouds have a silver edge. When the sky is full of dark clouds, they look scary and gloomy. But if you look carefully, you can see a bright silver line around the clouds where the sunlight touches them. This shows that light is still there even though the sky looks dark. In the same way, when life is full of problems, sadness, or failure, like dark clouds, there is still hope, goodness, or a chance to succeed, like a silver edge. Problems do not mean everything is bad. Something good is hidden inside every difficulty. This line teaches us to stay hopeful and not lose courage even in bad times. We never really know how close we are to success. What feels very far away may actually be near. So, when life becomes very difficult and you feel badly hurt, you should not give up. The message is clear. When things seem worst, that is the most important time to stay strong and keep trying. Because success may be just one step away. Giving up at the worst moment may stop you just before success. The darkest moment often comes just before success. Therefore, the poem strongly advises us to keep going and never give up, especially when times are hardest and things seem worst. Then take rest and continue. So, patience, courage, and perseverance. Perseverance means continuous effort are the keys to victory. And the final line is winners never quit and quitters never win.